Hey, guess who? Yeah, that was right. It's 2:25 a.m. and not unusual for me. I keep pretty crazy hours these days. I'm a real busy guy. But let me just give you a brief little room tour. Just so you can see my place and my little humble abode, little closet, kitchen, which I managed to deal with. I got toaster oven, microwave, little fridge with the Beatles walking across it, and obviously have to have a coffee maker, and a little bit of food, a lot of beans, and nice clean dishes I just did this morning, and I have some lentils going here. Let's see if they're steaming yet. Oh yeah, they're steaming. Probably shouldn't take too long for them to cook. And the bed, of course, is a mess. Coffee table is even messier. But this is my video making studio. You can see my elaborate camera stand there, which I will employ here in a second. And my lighting. And this is the studio that I've created in my little corner. And all of these items, with few exceptions, are thrift store finds, or they are stuff I literally found on the side of the road. Exceptions are Frank Zappa there, t-shirt, I bought that retail. I bought that Jimi Hendrix thing retail, but and well, let's see, did I buy anything else retail? Yeah, the strings and the picks there. But that's it. I mean, I guess you could consider thrift store as being retail. It is, but let's set up the camera here. Have to slide it over. I used to do my videos with excuse me, with me just holding the camera. And after so long of doing that, man, if I keep forgetting stuff, sorry. I got in a little bit of a hurry to make this one. Just something else. I'm trying to slow down, getting in a hurry to do videos because you wind up deleting them. I do, because I've learned. I now have 103 videos uploaded. Alright, let's see if we can get this. Well, I'm facing away, so man, I always do that. Tell you what, I'm gonna have to hold it because I can't aim it. Yeah, I can. Come on, Mr. Crafty, you can aim the doggone thing. All right, you just have to get up and set it in the. Let's see. No, more. I want to hang her up. This is on a lot of my videos. I do this, and it's I don't have editing. I don't have an editing app yet, so I can't edit this stuff. If it doesn't stand up right this minute, all right, I don't care. Anyway, guys, I'm making this video for you for a couple of reasons, and first off, I'd like to hear from y'all. I'd like to know how you're doing and what's going on with you. I realize things are kind of tough, or they've been tough, and the family's kind of separated. But I've been in touch with Linda. She's on and off. She's having a lot of troubles. But a lot of it is her refusal to just deal with it. Sometimes, and I'm going to confront her with this, I think she kind of likes being depressed and in chaos. Where that comes from, I don't know. Possibly from Dad. And but Also, Chris, I made him a video about a month ago and sent it to him. And a week later, I heard from him, and I hadn't heard from him in over 10 years. Now we talk every day. He's in the Philippines, of course. He's coming back on July 2nd with Ann, who I told him I'm gonna steal from you, dude. I'm gonna steal it from you. But that's one of the reasons I made this video was to reach out to you and let you know I'd like to hear from you. The second reason is I want to introduce an entirely different person to you. I'm just so changed, so improved, so different, thanks to my recommitting, rededicating my life to Jesus Christ and to serving Him and to spreading the gospel. It's very real this time. You know, I've done that before, many years ago, you probably remember, and a couple of times since then, but this time, I don't know what's different. Maybe my heart was finally in line with the Lord, and He could see that I was sincere, and that I really wanted to be a positive force in this world, because there's so much evil that needs to be addressed, stopped. So, about 2 months ago, I prayed, rededicated my life, and a little while later, a few days later, I'm eager, I'm ready to go. Something already felt different. I was getting energetic, and I said, Lord, okay, I'm here. Show me what it is you want me to do. So, here come these YouTube video ideas, which now is over. I have over 500 ideas. Either they're all written down, and some are in various stages of planning. Some require research, all require notes, and some there's sort of not a script, but just a way to introduce the video. For example, I started this video with the coffee, you know, and that just came to me as I was going to make the coffee. Hey, let's start it with a cup of coffee. So all these video ideas came to me. Like I said, over 500, and I now currently have 5 YouTube channels. 103. This would be the 104th video I've uploaded. Approaching 2,000 views. Handful of subscribers. Not as many as I would like, and that I think that you need. Because I'm not doing this for money, but eventually you get to certain levels, you get paid. It's not that much money unless you're one of those mega, you know, YouTubers. The highest earnings I saw, I Googled it, and $14.9 million. And that's from a guy, I can't remember what he calls himself, but he does kind of what I do. He just does a blog. But he did a blog on the second highest earner, which is an 11-year-old girl. She calls herself Lil Tay, Liltay. What she does, and this is a little bit of a barometric reading of our morality in this country. And it is humor. I do laugh at it. I don't watch it really anymore. I watched a couple of her videos, but what she does is she plays clips of other videos or music, and she just cusses. I'm talking about cusses hard. You know, like B, what is that? You know, I mean, she's real funny, you know, because she's kind of average looking, but she looks like a tom girl kind of looking. But anyway, it's amazing what people like. Of the 103 videos I've loaded, my newest channel, James Sherwood, is the one I'm uploading the what I consider the better quality videos, the ones that address real topics. And my early ones, I can see the progression as I went. Let me get back to what I was saying about the Lord. You know, as I'm doing these YouTube videos, I'm writing them so fast I can't write them fast enough. At one time, I got so frustrated, I took my notebook and I threw it under the bed, and so I couldn't get to it. And 10 minutes later, I'm under the bed getting it out. But so I asked the Lord. You know, I prayed and said, Lord, I was thinking more along the line of Christian service. So a little while later, here it came to me to share the gospel on every video. So start doing that. And I use the what's called Romans Road. I want it to be very simple, very clear to people. I want to try to reach as many people as I can because that's what Jesus told us to do. Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to everyone. So, but then I didn't pray anymore. I thought, okay, this is it, and that is it. I'm still going to do that, but it came to me again. Hey, create a new channel and do Bible studies. Guys, like I said, all of what I just related to you could not have possibly come from me. It's just impossible. And that's why I said earlier when I said it's very real to me now, what's going on, the power of prayer in my life and what God has done for me is just absolutely incredible. Could not have done it myself. Just another example or two. I don't get that much money every month, and I usually run out before the month's over with. So when I start getting into the work program, which I'm in a VA work program, and we'll start Monday in the motor pool. Exactly the job I wanted. The most coveted job. I saw there were some people actually not very happy because I was first in line to get assigned, and they weren't very happy when I come out and said I got motor pool. It pays the highest, and so it's tax-free. Doesn't affect my pension. But anyway, the first day, there was a week of orientation classes, mandatory. The first day in the class, I sat right by the door for some reason. A large rec hall at the VA. And I usually don't do that. I usually kind of sit toward the front, in the middle. I sat by the door for some reason. And not 5 minutes later, here comes an elderly gentleman in there. Real regal-looking, stately guy. Turns out he's a doctor, retired Navy flight surgeon. And he asked to speak, and the guy said, yeah, okay. And he says, I need 4 guys to help me move. I'll pay $100 each. I was right there. I was the first one to sign up. So anyway, long story short, we went to help him. There were pods. He and his wife were there. There were 4 pods over 2 days. As we were unloading, we unloaded one. We were sitting and waiting. It was real hot. Everybody's sweating. And we're all sitting on the lawn chairs that we had unloaded. And he says, guys, it's hotter than I thought, and next pod's delayed, so it's going to be really hot. And you guys are really getting after it more than I honestly thought you would, so I'm going to up your pay to $150. 2 days in a row, $150, $300. And I could go on, but I don't want this video to go on forever. But, God has really changed my life, man, and there are still things I need to work out. I guess the biggest one is learning to forgive Dad for what he did. I have in a way, and it's just really hard, as you might imagine, because he hurt so many people very deeply. He hurt people very deeply, and so I'm asking God to help me do that. The command is there for us to forgive. Who are we to not forgive others, and that we have been forgiven ourselves by God? But I also said, do I need to forgive a dead person? Of course I do. Anybody does, because forgiveness is 2-part. Not only does it absolve the person that you're forgiving and giving them a sense of relief, you also help yourself, because you let go of whatever hate, whatever was causing you to not forgive, you let go of that. So, but that I still smoke cigarettes, and it's just kind of hard because I'm not a mainstream Christian. I still cuss once in a while when I get upset, like when I watched the news the other night it showed the children that were in cages crying for their parents. Ooh, that got me upset, which is very rare for me to do these days. The things that upset me are, number one, evil. Evil people, scammers. I've got a stun gun now. I've got a mace. I'm going to look into some other military-grade products because I have access now. And because people have gotten robbed here. The neighborhood I'm living is not the greatest. And you know what? Go ahead and try to rob me or anybody around here that I care about, or anybody for that matter. Go ahead and give it a try. Because another thing about that's changed about me, I'm extremely confident now in all ways, because I know I have power in the name of Jesus, not from me, but power. And it's real, guys. It's very real to me. I have come under attack, which I believe demonic attack. After I was beginning to make the videos and my hours were getting all crazy, I couldn't hardly sleep. I was so full of energy. So I would lay down. One time I stayed up for 27 straight hours working. Actually, I was working on a poem, a song, and every time I laid down trying to go to sleep, I would slip immediately into what I later determined was REM, straight from consciousness to deep sleep. But when that would happen, I would be awakened by this really loud hum, like a generator hum, and coupled with this sizzling, crackling kind of a welding torch. And it sounded like it was right outside my door, which you can see is not very far from my bed. And so, but when I would wake up, I couldn't move. I could not move, and I felt something pressing me down. And I could hear, almost feel breath on me talking. Very frightening, very scary. But I cried out to God at that moment. I rebuked this demon spirit, which I think it was, in the name of Jesus Christ. And, you know, they do respond to his name. They have to. So it took a little bit, and I would come back because I was paralyzed. You know, we're talking seconds, okay? And so I was, Chris texted me kind of in that same period, and I told him what was going on. He says, sounds like you're trying to astral project. Astral project. I didn't know anything about astral projection, so I checked it out on Google, and sure enough, the symptoms or related events, physical events, are paralysis. It's sleep paralysis is what it's called. It's the body's defense against when you are in REM sleep. Your body can thrash around, so it releases chemicals to prevent that. Everything fell into place. Also, this one researcher commented that it's commonly reported that people they hallucinate and hear things, and they feel that being held down, and it's usually scary, very scary stuff. So there it all was. So, but again, you know, I have that confidence now because I saw what happened there, and I know, you know, I have the self-protection everywhere I go. You know, I just really feel confident, really feel stable, more so than I ever have in my life. All right, I'm trying to wrap this up. Back to the habits. Marijuana, you know, I started smoking it again not too long ago, and you know, it's okay. I don't have anything against it, and I'll still push for legalization, particularly medical availability for veterans. I'm gonna design a web page, create a whole web page to garner support and set up a GoFundMe. And I'm going to learn how to lobby senators and congressmen to get this thing done. There's legislation now in bills, both House and Senate have signed off on. Donald Trump's behind to decriminalize, remove marijuana from Schedule 1. Long overdue. The only bad guy is Jeff Sessions, Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Do not like that guy. Okay, you know, I had other problems too, sexual related, like pornography, and you know, this is a little bit embarrassing to admit, but it's real. This is what's really going on with me. Those desires have gone. They've disappeared. I do still. I don't have a girlfriend, and I really would like to have a girlfriend. And but I'm taking my time. I was on 4 dating sites, but now I'm just down to 1. About to get off of it. There's a lot of scammers. I'm going to try a Christian dating site, which most you have to pay for. Money hasn't been there. Now it will be there, so hopefully I can meet somebody through there. Can't find a church to go to around here. Another blessing I'll receive out of working is I'll be able to get a car again so I can drive to other areas. This is a predominantly black neighborhood, so The church is predominantly black. I've been to 2 of them. You know, the people aren't exactly mean, but they're not exactly warm either. So, yeah, I just didn't go back. But really need to get involved with a local church and with other Christian brothers and sisters. Okay, I'll wrap it up. Mr. Long-Winded here. Probably forgot to say a lot of things, but you know, guys, just it doesn't matter how often. I would just like to hear from you. Let you know to know you're all right and that you're still there, and because we're so loosely connected now that one of us could die or suffer some severe illness or tragedy, and it might be weeks, days or weeks before everybody else even knew about it. You know, so. That's not right. We need to get better connected. At least have each other's phone numbers and email addresses. And like I said, not that we will be texting and emailing every day, but occasionally, I mean, I will, like I have been doing, I will just let you know what's going on with me because it's very exciting. I don't even feel like any at all the same person I was, man. I mean, I've just really changed. I take every opportunity I can to share the gospel. I really want I would really love for people that used to know me to see me now, or better still, to see me in the coming years, because this is not going away. This is not a vapor, a puff of smoke. This is real, and I'm very grateful to God for it. All right, guys, I'll let you go, and I got to turn this around so I can I can know where to. Shut it off at. There's Mom's albums she made for us. Chris sent that to me. Got a bunch of our pictures in it. So, but all right, guys. And one of these days I'll play you a song. All right. Bye, guys.